The View has finally addressed Jimmy Kimmel's late-night talk show being taken off the air indefinitely after previously staying silent for 2 episodes. Last week, the ABC program had faced a barrage of backlash from viewers after the panel failed to make any mention about Jimmy Kimmel Live being pulled off the air by its parent network. But on Monday's episode, Whoopi Goldberg led the charge and implored that no one silences us, while fellow co-stars Ana Navarro, Alyssa Farrah Griffin, Sara Haines, and Sunny Hostin also had their say. Kicking off the episode, Whoopi began. Now look, did y'all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? So you know no one silences us, she continued. When the news broke last week about Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, we took a breath to see if Jimmy was going to say anything about it first. We did the same thing with Stephen Colbert. Then our show was on tape on Friday, but we are live here today. And we're getting into it now, Whoopi then stressed. To be clear, you cannot like a show and it can go off the air. Someone can say something they shouldn't and get taken off the air. But the government cannot apply pressure to force someone to be silent. Ana jumped in and added, I don't understand how in this country, where the First Amendment was made to the Constitution to guarantee freedom of the press and freedom of speech, how the government itself is using its weight and power to bully and scare people into silence. The First Amendment is the first for a reason, because you need to be able to hold those in power accountable, Alyssa said. We talk about freedom of speech a lot because we are always in somebody's mess because somebody has decided that we have said something that's offensive, Whoopi continued. But we fight for everybody's right to have freedom of speech because it means my speech is free. It means your speech is free. Fans of The View were thrilled that the panel finally took a moment to talk about Kimmel, although the delay was not lost on them. Taking to X, one said, it only took a week. They finally mentioned Jimmy Kimmel, added another. Echoing a similar sentiment, a third wrote, took you long enough, but you got there. Finally took on Jimmy Kimmel's firing. A fourth added, I have just regained my trust in The View. Thank you for clarifying where you stand on the Kimmel issue. I have loved this show for 29 years. I watch the girls every day. Kimmel's show was suspended last Wednesday after comments he made about Charlie Kirk's assassination during his September 15th episode. During the controversial scenes, he said the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. The late-night host also poked fun at President Donald Trump's reaction to the shooting. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he calls a friend, he said. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. He has yet to publicly address the suspension.